this theme is mental health is a universal right, as of course is something that WHO prescribes every year. And in schools, it is almost very essential to ensure that every student has a right to a safe and supportive environment that protects them from mental health risks, along with access to high quality mental health care that is readily available, culturally sensitive, and respectful of each and every student's needs. And this approach definitely fosters independence, inclusion, and a sense of belonging within this entire school community that we have. To reinforce this theme, we are facilitating today's panel discussion through a new lens, is what we have titled it, in order to highlight the diverse perspectives that we will see today. And as all of you represent different walks of life, we have with us a principal, a psychologist, a teacher, an entrepreneur, as well as students. And of course, this will provide us with an intersectional lens to delve into this entire idea of accessibility of mental health as a universal right.
Students have to really counter so many emotions, and emotional quotient is what we have to strengthen. And the mental health programs in the school brings this together for the students to brave the situations. You are the bravest ones, my dear students who are sitting there, the 10th and the 11th and the 12th graders, because we have already achieved what we wanted to.
I think it's important to have an environment of acceptance and inclusivity. Only then will we be able to know that okay, people are going through things.
As a student of the generation Alpha, I believe it's essential to cultivate self-confidence and self-love. So firstly, by embracing our uniqueness and imperfections, as no one in this world is perfect. This being imperfect makes us unique, and it makes us who we really are.
It's really stressful these days as teachers. It's very important to protect ourselves physically and, of course, with all the mental health, because if we are fit and good, and that is when we can do justice to the students at work, which is really important.
We intervene early, then we can prevent a lot of things before it happens, and we can catch on things, risky behaviors and children who are who need help. And help is, as I always say, help is always available. So there are certain things, if we bring on early intervention, we can promote healthy relationships with yourself, with your parents, with your teachers, the whole triad of people.
Like we have to set clear boundaries. Okay, so we have to set it like, okay, this is my time for the work, and this is my time for staying in home, and I want to dedicate my time for my personal well-being. And then we have to prioritize self-care. I think these things are really works well for both even for schools and also professionals.
I would like to say that as you progress through the years of life, you grow with that knowledge, right? So every year you gain some or the other form of knowledge. So of course, by other people who are in your life, or even by yourself, you are expected to perform to the caliber of the knowledge that you have gained every year.
You should be mature enough to handle your emotions. You should be mature enough to have control over what you think and what you say. Sometimes we children do not have control over that, but yet we use social media.
People really look up to influencers and they follow everything they do. And if you have that responsibility, if you have like followers, people following you, you have to be very responsible in what you post and what you depict.
So we have with us Mrs. Charu. She is the principal of DAV Public School, Sector 49, Gurugram. She also is the chairperson of GPSH Gurugram Sahodaya, and she has been a firm believer in the constructivist-centered approach to learning, and believes that science is within her and all around her, and she finds joy in finding answers and asking questions. Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing us with your presence today.
We will invite our esteemed panelist, Ms. Charu, first to just say a few words before we begin the introduction of everybody.
Thank you so much, Pramya. And thank you, My Pigu, for this wonderful initiative. Indeed, My Pigu is doing a wonderful work with the schools in ensuring mental health for all the stakeholders of the school. The World Mental Health Day theme, I believe, holds significant relevance within the school segment. Of late, we have been hearing not so good news about the students, so which was very disturbing. And in this pretext, this theme becomes all the more uh, imperative that we take it up. As it emphasizes the importance of prioritizing mental well-being for students, teachers, parents, and school administrators. The universal right to mental health care means ensuring that all members of the school community, as you rightly said, have an access to the necessary support and resources to promote mental wellness. And very rightly said, it many a time it used to be a taboo topic that the students are going to the counselor of the school, but not now. I can see that
Mhm.
the students are there in the group, and yes, I'm sure they all agree with me that the counselors in the school are actually uh, like buddies to them. They can go to them, they can talk to them. And not only the counselors, the teachers are also getting trained in handling the issues, the gender issues, the issues of issues with sensitivity towards
Hmm.
the needs of the students, all these. So with this, I really thank my Pigu for bringing out this topic and connecting all of us together.
Thank you so much, Ms. Charu. It's always a pleasure to hear from school leadership about their vision and how we're integrating mental health into that big vision.
My first question to you, ma'am, Charumani ma'am, is that what is the relevance of the theme of this World Mental Health Day in the school segment? What does the universal right to mental health care mean within the school community, not just for the students, but teachers, parents, as well as the school administrators?
Okay. Thank you so much, Devyangi. And as I said earlier, that this theme of mental health for all is really relevant in today's context when everyone is talking about stress and stress management, and especially with the students, because they have to think about their marks and what, like we used to say, que sera sera, whatever will be, that is what we have to say to them. But that's how the world goes, that this is the time that they are looking at their emotional, they're finding their uh, identity, that what the others think about them in the class, in the school. What does my teacher think about me? What does the society think about me? And afterwards, what will I become? So in the end, I just wish to say that the students have to really counter so many emotions, and emotional quotient is what we have to strengthen. And the mental health programs in the school brings this together for the students to brave the situations. You are the bravest ones, my dear students who are sitting there, the 10th and the 11th and the 12th graders, because we have already achieved what we wanted to, and you are still looking at what is in store. So, ke sera sera, whatever will be, will be. Just stay happy. And that's what is my message to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And that was a great response indeed. And I think the students here could feel that it was relatable to them. And given that the work that is being put into the school community for the mental health and well being of the students, I think that it does, given that this is such a crucial developmental stage for all of the students. So, giving them that platform and helping them mold their lives and mind to that extent is all what we can aim for. Another question for you, ma'am, is that in 2023, a time where everything is just a click away, and it's so easy to speak from behind a screen, what is your opinion on some of the challenges that the students face that risk their emotional well being?
So, actually, during the COVID time, they have learned to stay behind the screens and connect to the world. So at one go, it is like they can be omnipresent. At the one time when they are attending their classes with the teacher, on the other hand, they can be, I'm sure you all did that you were interacting with your classmates. So like maybe dual or triple identities at the same time. But that is not how the world goes. So I think that crisis actually needs to be managed. So in 2023, I'm sure my students from whichever school they have already braved Corona. You are the ones who have gone through this, and especially with the examinations and your study schedules, etc., all behind the screens. So I have to take lessons from you, that how do you do it, isn't it? The only thing that I felt that behind this, when we are behind the screens, it is the emotional connect many sometimes, and also when we are meeting someone physically, it is the whole body that speaks. The way you sit, though behind the screens also, it is we can say that, but it is your gait, your and how you meet people. Everything matters, and this is what is to be learned by the students, that it is not only this virtual in the cloud thing. We have to learn how to meet people, greet people, and talk to them on the ground. So that's
Absolutely. I think that was very well put, that when a student enters a school or a classroom for that matter, the learnings that they take go much beyond their academics. Is the way they interact with the teachers, the way they interact with their peers, that is all what they're grasping in.